Will?
I will, Kermit.
Hi, Will.
Now, I know that you say that the Muppets have never really gone anywhere. They've always been here. But in one part of the film, when you're pitching the film to the network executive,
Yeah.
what's going through your mind when you said that the Muppets aren't relevant anymore? How do you feel about that?
Well, I hope it's not true. I hope it's not true. I'd like to think we're still relevant on some level, you know, to talk like the lingo of movies. I think we have our target demographics, and no, I have to say that was something we did in the movie. It sort of increases the dramatic effect of our big, ending. I think to say that.
Right.
But I have a feeling that that parents out there who grew up with us over the years are now introducing us to their kids long before this new movie came out. And I hope we can just reinforce that, and I hope they love it, you know?
Yeah?
Just a question about the movie sort of coming back to the original circuit of the Muppet Show.
Right.
Some of the later characters who joined subsequently in the franchise, like Rizzo and
Yeah.
Pepe, they're not really in the film as much. They have their moments, but they're really not. You mentioned that the Muppets are like a big family. Was there any sort
Yep.
of, contention around
Like a problem? Well, not so much, not so much. Rizzo actually was around during the Muppet Show, but Pepe is you guys know Pepe the Prawn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pepe sort of took an executive producer role on this one. So he was involved, but he was more behind the scenes. But it would not surprise me at all that, assuming we do another film, and I certainly hope we will, that you will see much more of Pepe. I love Pepe, he's great.
Does he prefer a behind-the-scenes role to being in front of the camera?
No, he wants to be the star of the whole thing. It's sort of a humbling thing to have Pepe as a behind-the-scenes guy.
Right.
But
right.
he's a good publicist. He likes to go get the female stars to come be in the film. You see?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it works in this film. There's lots of cameos.
There are plenty of those. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about getting the celebrities to come on board.
Well, it wasn't that hard because I think many of them grew up seeing us on TV and stuff like that, seeing our other films. And also, Jason Segel knows a lot of people.
Right.
So he only had to make a few phone calls, and I think most of his friends were happy to be on board, and I think it worked nicely.
Well, you had worked with some of them before.
I had.
Yeah.
One or two.
Nice to see them again.
Oh, always.
Yeah.
Always. We even have Mickey Rooney in our film.
That's right.
I mean, that's he's only there for a moment, but yeah.
Do we have other? Yeah, go ahead.
Kermit, may I call you Kermit?
Of course you may.
Kermit, I saw you in your first incarnation at the Smithsonian when you were just
Oh.
moving from Jim Henson's mom's house coat.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means, but thank you. That's very.
Changed since those days.
Well, yes, I was young, and my tail had just fallen off, just out of tadpolehood. I don't even think my flippers were formed back in those days. They were just forming. They were like club feet. I went through a two-collar phase. For a while, I had two pointy collars.
Right.
We all evolve and change over the years. Well, I try to keep current and relevant. And
do you feel that you've grown up in public?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I didn't really start when I was super young, but I always dreamed of being a singing, dancing, talking frog in show business. And I think maybe I'm one of the only ones.
Right.
There's the Budweiser frogs, buddies of mine, but great guys to invite over. They bring the keg.
Absolutely, they bring the keg. We just have time for one more question. Do we have? Yeah, right here.
Hi, Kermit.
Hi there.
Hi, do Rainbow Connection, is that your favorite song, or how do you pick your songs? Are you going to do some hip hop or whatever in the future?
Well, I have I have many musical influences. I love Rainbow Connection as a song that I was able to sing, written by a very good friend of mine named Paul Williams. And I love Paul. He's done a lot of music with the Muppets over the years. Coincidentally, he and I wear the same size clothing, so we can trade off. Other musical influences, I have so many. Recently, we've worked with a group called OK Go. We did a great video with them that's out about now. And
what do you think of the music in the new film?
Oh, I think it's great. I think it's great. Yeah. It's written by a number of different composers.
Right.
In the past, oftentimes we have sort of had a composer who did the songs, like Paul.
Right.
So it's a new way to experiment, play around with other music.
Was it fun to go back and revisit the Rainbow Connection for the big sort of finale of the film with Piggy?
Well, sure. I think it probably brings back memories for a lot of the adults who remember us from way back in 1979 doing that song. But it's a nice song. I think the meaning of that song still holds true today, which is about sort of following your dreams, finding your way, trusting yourself, trusting in a little bit of magic in your lives, you know.
And that's the message of the movie as well.
I think it's the message of pretty much everything we do. Yeah.
Well, the movie opens on November 23rd.
Yes.
Everywhere. Kermit, thank you so much. It's been
Thank you.
such a pleasure,
It's a pleasure to meet
be
you.
able to share the
Thank
stage
you all
with
so
you.
much. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, thank you all for coming out.